Quite often, sharp corners aren't acceptable for all of our intersecting line work. In some cases, we may need to create rounded corners at our intersections. We can easily create rounded corners using AutoCAD's fillet command. I'm going to open a drawing. We're going to come up and click the open icon. And under Chapter 9 in our exercise files folder, we're going to open up drawing number 2, which is the fillet drawing. I will highlight him and click open. Now I've got a couple of X's on my screen. We're going to use these X's to learn how the fillet command works. To create a fillet, I'm going to come over to my Modify toolbar and click the fillet icon. Now fillet essentially just wants two entities. You just click two objects and AutoCAD creates a rounded corner between them. So fillet's asking for first object. I'm going to click this line. Now it's asking me to select second object. I'll click this line and AutoCAD creates my fillet. Now I know what you're thinking. Hey, that's supposed to be a rounded corner, isn't it? Yes, it is. There's one thing that we left out. Let me undo. Let's fillet this again. I'm going to come over to my Modify toolbar and click Fillet. The one thing that we neglected to do was set our radius. Notice at the command line I have a sub option of radius. So I'm going to right-click, select Radius. I'm going to specify a fillet radius of 1 inch. This happens to be an architectural drawing. Let me hit Enter. Now I will select my first object and my second object to create the rounded corner. I'm going to run through the fillet command one more time because I want to show you that it's important where you click. Let me come over and launch Fillet. This time I have the same X, same geometry. I'm going to click and I'm going to come down and click over here. Notice same geometry, different result. When you use the fillet command, you want to click on the portion of the line that you want to keep. That's how AutoCAD knows which geometry should remain on your screen. I'm going to back up a little bit. We are going to use the fillet command in a practical example. Now I've got a partial kitchen drawing on my screen. Let's zoom in on the sink area, and we're going to finish this sink using the fillet command. I would like to fillet this basin first. I'm going to use a radius of 3.5 inches. So let me come over and launch the fillet command. Let's set our radius. I will right-click, select radius. My fillet radius is going to be 3 dash, remember we're entering architectural units, 3-1/2 inches. Enter. Now I can go ahead and select my entities. Let me select this entity, and I'll select this one, and AutoCAD creates the rounded corner. Also notice I got dumped out of the command. One of the drawbacks to fillet is AutoCAD makes the assumption you only want to do one. Let's do it again. I'm going to launch Fillet one more time. Notice that AutoCAD remembers the previous radius. So that guy's set correctly. I'm going to use the Multiple sub option. So let's right-click and select Multiple. Now I can create as many fillets as I want before I get out of the command. So I'll click this entity, and I'll click this one to round the corner. I'm still in the command. I'll click this entity and this one to round the corner. We'll click this entity and this one. Now that I'm done, I will right-click and select Enter to get out of the command. I've got one more fillet I'd like to create. Let's create the rounded corner on the lower right-hand side. I'm going to launch my fillet command. This time I'm going to use a different radius. So I will right-click. We'll use the radius sub option, and we'll set this guy to 4 inches. Let me hit Enter. Now I'll select my first object and my second object